snow again today. Wallace, Idaho. Trucks are 36. Looks like we might see a little snow in Montana too. This is Idaho, Panhandle. Everyone, let's get ourselves another day. Oh, look at that snow up there. Now they're getting a dusting. Okay, let's go on in here to the Haugen scale. The electronics told me I gotta come in. It's all good. Weights are good. We pulled into the Coeur d'Alene scale. I'd gotten the bypass on that one, but the state of Idaho, at least that one, requires that if you're hazmat, livestock, or whatever, there's stipulations on that you have to come in irregardless. So even though I got the bypass and it said I could legally drive past it, but because I'm hazmat, I had to pull in anyway. So it's kind of one of those things. Kind of like the gentleman in front of me. He's got class 9 3077, which means he's got dry product. 3077 represents dry. Mine, I have 3082, which represents that it's wet. So that's the distinction between 3077 and 3082, because I do both of these. So he's got some sort of dry product inside those tanks in front of us. So just that, and it's a catch-all. Class 9 it's a miscellaneous category. It's technically, it's one of those gray areas where it's not really hazmat, but it is. It's not like flammable or oxidizer or any of those simple deals. Class 9 is like a miscellaneous category. So just that. Thought I'd share that. Hopefully you guys don't mind. But we're legal. Come to a complete stop. Wait till he's off the scale. We were 12, 3, 30, and 26 in Coeur d'Alene. So shouldn't be much different. 12, 2. $29. $26. We are legal and we are good to go. All right, everyone. Well, let's go on let's get to Y, Montana. Let's grab ourselves a little bit of fuel. And yeah, don't need to adjust your video or your TV. Yeah, we're getting more snow again here in Montana. Doesn't look like it's that bad though, but it is 34 degrees. At least that's what Steelhorse is reading. Let's get out of here. Something about it looks like a snow globe. So nice and clean. As long as it stays to the trees and the bushes, I'll be fine. I don't mind wet roads. I don't want no slippery roads.
I hope I don't mean to chain up.
Nah, it's just letting us know we got more curves up here, that's all. You're good with the flashing lights.
I ain't chaining up. It's on that.
Nah, you're already over most of that. The next one probably wouldn't be until Homestake Pass anyway.
That's careful.
I run this route every 2 weeks, so you're good.
Hell yeah, thank you.
Yep. She's coming down pretty good now. She's actually starting to stick to the road a little bit. April showers, right? Wow. Well, I hope we don't have to chain up today. That would suck. Not that I couldn't. It's more of a question of, I really don't want to. Well, it's not June or July yet. It's only April 17th, so what do you expect? Well, it looks like we got our snowplow guy out. Put a little bit of rocks down and some treatment. Thank you, Montana. Heavy wet snow. I should say like that slurpy, sloppy, whatever you want to call it. He's not even plowing. He's just driving. His blade wasn't even down. Alright, everybody. Let's get back to work. Who ordered this? Hey, let's get in here and grab a little bit of fuel. Red light came on. Uh-oh. Got ourselves together here. Like a bad day. Let's go grab some fuel. Still snowing. Here in the end, let's see if they got the pumps fixed. All right, everybody. There's that sound. Couple of nice ribeyes tonight. Flip a light on so we can see that a little better. Yay. Yep. Hey gang, we are done. We're sitting here. Things have changed. This is probably, get my hand out of the way. I don't know, we'll see. This may be the end of the week for me, even though it's Wednesday. Tomorrow's just a drive day. And if, Lord willing, I can make it back to the yard tomorrow night, I might. If not, Friday morning, super early. We got to get back as soon as we can because back out to LA next week. So we'll be back on the road Saturday night and hit it again. Hopefully this time there won't be a storm in Lusk and we can get through that way. And yeah, so that's the goal. We're going back out there again for another 6 a.m. Tuesday morning delivery and reload. So all we're going to do is to help me get my clock turned off so I can get my reset in. I'm just going to take this load straight back to the yard. They'll have one of the city drivers deliver it, and I'll get my clock turned off, and then go home and try to recoup Friday, and then get back on the road Saturday night. So yeah, some of you guys are kind of curious about the hours of service that we do. Our work week is on the clock is for over the roaders or long haulers or, well, even day cabbers for that much. 70-hour work weeks. We do 11-hour drive day and a 14-hour shift. We have to take a 10-hour break in between our 11-hour drive clocks. So like right now, I just shut my clock off about 40 minutes ago. Another 9 hours and 20 minutes, about 3 in the morning, we'll get back on the road. Before 8 hours turns over, we have to get a half-hour break in, and that can consist of half-hour line 4 on duty not driving status and or off duty status. So depending on how it goes, like if you're at a shipper, receiver, whatever, and you check in and then you're on duty while you're checking in, bump and dock, blah blah blah, all of that, and then let's say that's 10 or 15 minutes, well then they take, and then you come back to your truck, because you technically don't have to be on duty while you're in your truck and they're loading. I know some people would argue that, but it's one of those gray areas where if I'm not out, I'm not allowed on the dock, I'm not in the trailer, I'm not loading, I'm not doing anything but sitting in my truck, then I'm turning my clock off. So a combination of that, turning the clock, your 14-hour clock off, you can get your half-hour break, because let's say you lost 10 minutes checking in, all that, and then they take an hour to load you. Well, if you're off duty for that, you've reset your clock. 8-hour break clock is what it is. Before 8 hours, you have to take a half-hour break. So it's a combination. You can do it all on duty, not driving, or you can do it all off duty. Some guys will just pull into a parking, pull into a truck stop, park it, go grab a shower, whatever, or just sit at a rest area. Or I've seen guys sit on ramps. I've seen them use the fuel island. I've used the fuel island, not deliberately, but you're sitting too deep, waiting on getting up to the fuel while you're off duty, while you're waiting, and then you go back on duty while you're fueling. Well, it's not really that hard to get a half-hour break at some of the truck stops if you're fueling. That's not the goal, but it can happen that way. So yeah, so but you have to take a 10-hour shift off to reset your clock so you can have a fresh set of hours and start a new 11-hour clock and a new 14-hour day, if you got hours to do that. When you start off, like when I'll start out Sunday or Saturday, I'll have a brand new 70-hour clock that I work with. That clock, the 70 I can turn off. The 14-hour clock, when I start in the morning, that clock continues no matter if I go off duty or not. That 14-hour clock that I'm on, that timer keeps moving. So the only clock that when I turn off is the 70-hour. That gets turned off to save on time for the week. So it's kind of long-winded. It's kind of whoa, my steak is looking done. Yep, my steak's looking done. All right, guys. Well, we're gonna have dinner. This may be the end of the week. We'll see. On that, God bless. Love you guys, Lord willing. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'll definitely see you next week. Love you.